Well, greetings YouTube. I'm going to try to make a video about the HP 8640B option 323 because basically I've seen nothing on this and I've seen some for sale and I just learned something new on it today, so I wanted to try to make a video. I'm KI4RDP, Kilo India 4 Romeo Delta Papa, Mike. Basically an amateur extra, although I pretty much work on VHF stuff mostly. But I picked this up a year ago. I bought it from an eBay seller, AAA Equipment Resources Incorporated. Came in great condition and it was calibrated, which was awesome. And I've checked it against some other gear and it looks pretty good. So some things I didn't know about, and I'll show you a little bit. What's really nice about this unit, it's got an on-off switch. That's an N connector there. And you've got an adjustable range so you can put it in different units, okay? Or different voltage levels or signal strength, and those are own radio things. And I've seen some articles on the board about basically being able to generate radio over here with the box. I haven't done that yet. But I just discovered that this generates what I think is a 400 hertz tone, 1000 hertz tone, and a 5000 hertz tone. And I gotta say, I was pleasantly surprised about that. So I just learned about that today. And also, so I knew it had an RF meter, and it also shows FM modulation. So it's showing 0 because I'm not pumping any signal out. And then I've got a EIP 545. Which I also got off of eBay, but I'm just going to use that as a quick way to show you. Now I have labeled this so that I don't go crazy. Basically, it will show you a signal. Okay, I'm going to put it in and start at the low bands. So, not that you really care, but 1 hertz to 100 megahertz. And then I'll just take you through the steppers. So, set the band 1 just to make sure. Okay, take it out. Band 1. Alright, I think that's right. Turn it on. So that is a very low frequency. And you're not going to see anything on your test equipment until you crank this up to about I think I wrote 26 dB, minus 26 dB. So we're just going to go to that range and save you a little trusting. See, it just gated. And now I've got the frequency. So we can step through and sweep. Now what's going to happen is on the 323, you're going to see that kind of drift a little bit. It's been up for about an hour. So it's going to drift a couple hertz, kilohertz, whatever, while you're working. But you got this nice fine-tuned knob here to adjust it. So I haven't done a lot of work with it, but it seems pretty good for my things. So I think this is a little off. So this seems to be a little bit low. So let me go ahead and get into like an amateur frequency. So we'll just kind of go through here, and you can see the steps here. You've got 0.5. I have tested this with an external doubler, mini circuits, and it seems to work pretty well. Although I'd use some SMA to N connectors. So we'll just kind of flip through these real quick. So 895, 895. So yeah, we're 3 megahertz. So we can go up to 100 megahertz, but I'm going to go ahead and switch it over because I don't want to mess up my frequency counter. And sorry, I'm not a professional videographer, so you're going to have to forgive me. Yeah, I got a bunch of other test equipment I haven't messed with yet. So, all right. So I'm going to put this up a little more in the minus 20 dB, and it's not going to show because it's below the 10 megahertz. So I'm going to turn that off just in case, be paranoid. So that's going to be like the ham band right there. Flip that back on. And let's see, 114. So I need to, this is a fine adjustment, so I need to kind of, okay. Oh, I haven't changed the band yet. Band 2. See, it's just gated. So got 114. So let's get it sort of in my hand. No, can I do one more? Nope, that's right. So I'm going to slide through it, find an amateur radio frequency. So here's the repeater. I'm going to do it on the transmit, so I'm doing such low power no one's going to hear me. And it's going to my test equipment. So alright, I'll just do something else. I'll just keep it low. Let's do 146 one. Let's do the call sign for 146.520, the simplex. So I gotta twist it up now, sorry. So here you see, little drift. That's that's actually an 8, but it doesn't like to display very well. And so I'm gonna just turn it off. Maybe I'll edit this so you won't have to see me fighting with connectors. Take it over here to a service monitor. Gotta change the frequency. So I take it over here to a service monitor. Okay. 146.520. Turn this back on. And here you can see the transmit error, the FM deviation, the distortion percent, which is kind of high, so I think I'm just off frequency. So let me just kind of tweak this a little bit to kind of get it close. So I'm not really transmitting anything on the modulation. So let's go ahead and do 1,000 kilohertz tone. You can hear the tone, beautiful. You probably won't be able to pick up the 400 very well. There's the 400, 1,000, and there's the 5,000, so that's kind of cool. So I just figured that out today, so you don't care about that. Do a little tweaking again. One of the cool things is in the level. So you see the deviation. I'm twisting the level off screen. You can see that pop up. Alright, but look over here. You can see a reduced light. So that's set to 5 deviation, 5 kilohertz. So turn it back down. But notice, though, I don't think this is going to move. That's based on here. So I'm going to adjust the stepper. So now I'm taking the RF down. At least I thought I was. So like I said, I'm still learning. So that's the RF meter, but I've turned it all the way down so it's dropped off the monitor because it's so low. So let's crank that back up and hear the tone. So it looks like the signal analyzer, the service monitor, is a little more sensitive than my frequency camera. But one of the things I just learned also, so that's the modulation there. And we'll make it a little louder. See? So that's actually pretty well calibrated. So it's telling me I'm over deviating to take it down. And you can see the red arrow move. That's pretty cool. So let's go over here. And we're going to go into scope mode. So you can see that that's very bad. You don't want that in an RF signal. So I'm turning it down over here on the right. Alright, you know what? I don't know what I'm doing. Let's see, you got the 1,000 peak deviation. Alright, so I'm cranking up the signal, so I had the range down before, so let me get it to where it was, the 26. So with a nice little power, you see that nice little curve. So I'm adjusting it over here on the modulation. So I'll go to transmit. And you see that's 2.5. So I'm going to adjust it right at like 3.5. Kind of like a ham thing. Alright, and we'll go back to the scope. So there's that nice thing, and then if I crank up the thing, you can see the volume, and you can see it clipping. Turn it down, you can see the sine wave go down. So this is actually a very handy little thing. So apparently I bought some extra equipment that I didn't really need. So I'm assuming there's a way I can put stuff in here. I'm going to turn this off. Okay. There's a way I can do some sort of pulses from here and do internal pulse and external pulse. So I'm guessing the internal is here, and the external, I guess, I'm guessing over here is where I can pump some frequencies in, like some people had mentioned. So that's all the video I've really got for you right now, and I'm still learning this, but I mean, in the $300 range, I think this thing is like really cool. I got the cover somewhere. See a really heavy duty case. Yes, I like metal cases. But yeah, so that's the HP signal generator. So I guess it's the workhorse of the ham community, and that's that. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I hope this helps you learn something about your signal generator. And if you know anything extra, feel free to let me know. Thanks.